Great news, it is finally Friday. I know it's probably been a long week with lots of new information and things to adjust to, let alone a new schedule. And I hope that you can find something to do this weekend that you enjoy, get outside, get some rest, and we look forward to having you back again next week. Today we're going to look at day 5 of our YouCubed lesson. You should have already watched the video and learned about how important thinking visually is to our mathematics. So today's activity is going to be a very visual activity. You can see behind me the cube. That's going to be very important in what we're doing. And if you have a way to recreate this, that would be a great way to do this activity as well. If you have some Legos at home or sugar cubes that you could use for this, that would be fantastic. If you need to raid your younger brother or sister's toys and look for some blocks, that could work as well. But if possible, I want you to try to recreate at least part of this cube that you see pictured, and that should help as we go through the activity today. Picture me holding this cube behind me. All right, think of it kind of like a Rubik's Cube, and what I'm going to do is open up a fresh can of paint. All right, everybody picture that big can of paint, and I'm going to take this cube and dip it down all the way into that paint, pull it out and let it dry. Now, when I take that cube apart, how many of the smaller 1x1 cubes are going to be covered in paint, and how many of their surfaces will be covered in paint? Can you get the picture on that? Now what we're going to do is we're going to fill in a chart, and you'll get a physical copy of that chart in class where you can record your thoughts as we take this 3x3 cube apart. How many of those smaller cubes are going to have one covered surface in paint, only one covered surface? How many are going to have 2 covered surfaces, 3 covered surfaces, or 4 covered surfaces? And also, are there going to be any cubes that didn't get paint on them, since only the outside of that 3x3 cube was covered in paint? You're going to go ahead and complete the table, and then there's a few other things to imagine as well. Like, what if we change the size of the cube? What is that going to do to the number of individual cubes and their covered painted surfaces? We're going to take some time to think about this and pause the video while you go ahead and explore this idea, record your thoughts, and then we'll come back together and share what you've discovered and see how closely your answers line up to one another. Okay, now that everybody's had a chance to think about this, let's take a look at your answers for the 3x3 cube and see how closely your answers came to one another. Go ahead and complete the rest of the table. You can work together and share your ideas, your reasonings, and your thoughts, or you can do this on your own. After you finish the activity and shared your answers in class, please make sure to go to the activity in the module on Canvas that talks about how we're going to take notes in class. Next week, we're going to start our first unit in math, which is on scale drawings. We're going to be using your Know It notebooks to record important information, and this activity will help you see how to set up your notebooks and get it prepared for us as we get started. One thing I want to do very quickly before I say goodbye today is take a moment just to say thank you to Mr. Johnson. Would you all stop what you're doing and thank Mr. Johnson for his hard work this week and everything that he has done to make our class function? Thank you very much. Have a great day.